Yeah. Come on. Bass knocking, snares hit. Only thing missing is the lyrics. Bass knocking, snares hit. Only thing missing is the lyrics. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Let the beat talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Talk to me, let the beat talk to me. When I touch the mic, I'm taking care of business. Dropping the bars with latest. No LeBron James, you about to witness. I'm rushing something greatness. Took a lot of face to reach this elevation. All the confidence, I face it is a still. So why the negativity can go to hell? Fucking insecurity. I ain't break the bill. Eat the food fresh before it goes stale. On my nausea, bad it ain't hard to tell. Pull up a seed, that's sweet to see. No one water, but I think eternal. Jumping over generation curses like a hurdle. Forever for the day that I'm eternal. With authority like a fruitful kernel. Master shredder with the party. Beat the shred like Ninja Turtles. Watch me get it off the muzzle, cause my vision be a tunnel. Moving through the rubble. Digging up the chairs with the pen, that's my shovel. Bruising up this beast to a mumble. Bass knocking, snares hit. Only thing missing is the lyrics. Bass knocking, snares hit. Only thing missing is the lyrics. Talk to me, talk to me. Talk to me, let the beat talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, let the beat talk to me. I'm a beast in the booth, on my Babe Ruth, getting all the hits, cause I'm speaking truth. Looking up is short, but I'm true to the game. Shooting with my clothes with the aim of Steph Curry, trying to make a name. I ain't playing games, this ain't PS5, this is real life. You only get one life, ain't no 9 lives. So I can't waste my time on my Jimmy Cricket. Let your conscience be your guide the most. I would never lead you blind, even when rejected. It's a blessing in disguise. That's a self-off. I try again. You gotta believe that you can fly. Spread the wings wide and watch your blessings rise. Gotta keep fighting too. Keep your dream alive. Never let the voices in your head ring, cause you got a lot of greatness within. Let the rain begin. Shine on these haters, posing as your friends, cause they just won't pretend. I recommend. Bass knocking, snares hit. Only thing missing is the lyrics. Bass knocking, snares hit. Only thing missing is the lyrics. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Let the beat talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Let the beat talk to me.
Shop your new mattress your way at Ashley.
By the way she look, you can tell she a boy. By the way she walk, you can tell she a boy. When you hear her talk, you can tell she a boy. She ain't with the drama cause the business too important. By the way she look, you can tell she a boy. By the way she walk, you can tell she a boy. When you hear her talk, you can tell she a boy. She ain't with the drama cause the business too important. I see you misreporting, that's right. I see you misreporting, that's right. I see you misreporting, you my type.
Hey girl,
I see you misreporting, you keep it tight.
Miss so fly, miss no shy, miss no time for bullshit. Damn, miss no high. Walk on by. I ain't going catcall. I'm a gentleman. I talk about it in this rap song. I know you. No, I don't. But I want to. I'd flaunt you. If you were mine, I'd show you. I'm no regular guy. I'm Nitro Brew. And I don't drink Starbucks, but I can buy for you. Take a long walk, get acquainted. You want to know about me? I'm in entertainment. I like to talk off beat. Call it syncopation. I compute forbidden fruit. Call it innovation. Intimidation ain't my particular forte, so you can play tough, but I'll just take it as foreplay. We can steal bases, get it in a short stay, or have your day in court like defending a court case. Y'all don't get it.
By the way she look, you can tell she a boy. By the way she walk, you can tell she a boy. When you hear her talk, you can tell she a boy. She ain't with the drama cause her business too important. By the way she look, you can tell she a boy. By the way she walk, you can tell she a boy. When you hear her talk, you can tell she a boy. She ain't with the drama cause her business too important. Yeah, she's a cutie with the pretty brown eyes. I ain't gon' lie, she had a nice set of thighs. They got me mesmerized, she was easy on the eyes. Many freaking thoughts ran through my mind, but she's one of a kind. She had the demeanor to let me know you won't get in between her. You better break your A game, cause she ain't rich, no games. Urban lanes with no shame, she tired of hearing the same thing. She's on the sunshine and the sin, heard it all before. You better come with it, cause you ain't dealing with no whore. You better bring more to dick, you gotta stimulate her mind, or she will get bored. Then it's to the left, right out the door. Don't approach her if your mindset is poor. Stimulate her mind to get to the Lord. If you wanna score. By the way she look, you can tell she important. By the way she walk, you can tell she important. When you hear her talk, you can tell she important. She ain't with the drama cause the business too important. By the way she look, you can tell she important. By the way she walk, you can tell she important. When you hear her talk, you can tell she important. She ain't with the drama cause the business too important. I see you misappointing, that's right. I see you misappointing, that's right. I see you misappointing, you're my type. I see you misappointing, you keep it tight. This is for you, misappointing. This is for you, misappointing, I see you. This is for you, misappointing, I see you. This is for you, misappointing, I see you. I see you misappointing. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time, cause I know you pressed for it, but so am I. Do you mind if I drop your line sometime? If that's okay, I love to see you sometime. I'm all at you though, I know that's my time. Take it easy though. Stay beautiful, keep on your grind. I love it. I see you. Salute. Yeah. Go Squad. Yeah.
Firestone's epic.
What's good with it? What's good with it? What's good with it? I know what time it is. Every Wednesday night, same time and place. Let's say otherwise. Live talks low. 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's up? What's up? What's up? Back again with another live. Last week I didn't go live because I had a engagement to attend. So I missed last week live, so I'm back live. So we've been fan of live talks low for a minute. You know, I used to do bi-weekly schedule, but now I'm doing it back every week now. So I do it every week. So tonight on Live Talks Low, I'm asking people right now who's your favorite NFL team. So if you just joined the live, drop in the comments who your favorite NFL team is. And I'll be talking about the NFL season predictions that I have. Now, as you know, as many of you might know, you see me wearing my Eagles feeder caps all the time, so you know I'm an Eagles fan. You see my Eagles jersey. You know from last year, during last season, did an episode before the Super Bowl about the Eagles. And won the Super Bowl, so you know the Eagles defending Super Bowl champs. But they don't like to call themselves the Super Bowl defending champs now. They want to be known as the defending Super Bowl champs. As a matter of fact, tomorrow against the Cowboys, they're dropping their championship banner, and the Eagle players are going to be on the field, according to head coach Nick Sirianni. Which is all good. Which I get it. You know, they want to stay focused and stay grounded. They don't want to let get the championship hangover, so they want to stay focused. And they don't want to get in the habit of thinking that things gonna be given to them. So which I like. I like the attitude that they're approaching. So, hoping that carries over into the field where they're not letting them being defending champs. Let them get the big head. So instead of letting them being defending champs get the big head, they're gonna go ahead and act like they're not champions. Hope that leads over into their play, that they play like they didn't won a championship. Like, yeah, that was last year, but hey, we back to square one again, so let's get it. You got to burn that type of attitude, and even with the players, Jalen Hurts, he won't even wear a Super Bowl ring. And I was watching the clip earlier today, and I was scrolling through Instagram a little bit, and I was posting, telling people that I was going live today, and I was talking about this topic today. Besides from a hip hop topic, I saw a clip about Jalen Hurts. He said he don't even wear a Super Bowl ring, and he still has the screensaver, have saved as a screensaver the year that he lost the Super Bowl, his first Super Bowl, with Kansas City won Super Bowl 57. He still has that picture of him walking through the confetti, say it as a screensaver. He used that as motivation. So y'all know what type of time he's on this season. So ain't too much to worry about. So I think he'd be one of the main players that's focused, and I think everybody be focused. And looking forward to this season. So, my NFL prediction for this season is the Eagles repeat again. And I'd love to hear from anybody that's out there watching. I'd like to hear from you on what's your predictions, and I share a couple of my predictions for the playoffs. And, we played the Chiefs last year in the Super Bowl, but this year, I don't think the Chiefs make the Super Bowl this year. I think they make the playoffs, but I think either the Bills or the Ravens is going to eliminate the Chiefs this year. I think the Chiefs somehow do make it to the AFC Championship game this year. I don't think they make it. I think that's as far as they're going to go. I don't think they make it back to the Super Bowl this year because they're missing players, and they got exposed last year of, they ain't got the rest for taking you now. So, a lot of people was happy that they lost, and a lot of people was rooting for the Eagles because the Chiefs, as you all know, the refs always seem like they favor the Chiefs, but, they didn't have the Super Bowl, and that was a fair call game, and you see, when they got the refs on their side, you see what happened, right? So, but that being said, I don't see the Chiefs going back to the Super Bowl. I see them making playoffs, maybe making the AFC Championship game, but I think either the Bills or the Ravens eliminate them. And if they end up playing the Bills or the Ravens during the second round, they definitely ain't getting past them. So it depends on what they're seeding at. They may just make it to the AFC Championship game, but I don't see them getting back to the Super Bowl. And as far as it goes for the NFC, for teams that are making the playoffs, I can see the Packers making the playoffs again. I can see the Rams making the playoffs. The Rams are definitely being the big playoff contenders. And also the Commanders, I put them in there as well. I can see them going back. And I can see the Falcons going. The Falcons will be a sleeper pick. I don't think a lot of people might not pick the Falcons to go to the playoffs, but I think this year they got Michael Penix starting. So Michael Penix coming out the gate started this year instead of starting in the middle of the season towards the end of the season. So I can see the Falcons making the playoffs, making a push for the playoffs. With the recent trades with the Cowboys and moves that they made, Jerry Jones moves he made, Jerry Jones swept it down that he is the greatest GM of all time. And that bad move that he made by trading Michael Parsons away to the Packers. I don't see the Cowboys making the playoffs. They missing their best. They ain't have their best linebacker no more. I mean, they got a good defensive tackle in Kelly Clark. I mean, that's a good pickup, but I don't think that's enough. And with Dak Prescott as quarterback, at this point, turnover machine, Dak Prescott, he's like another Tony Romo. Yeah, he'll do good in the regular season, but he ain't gonna get you in the playoffs. And if the Cowboys somehow do make it in the playoffs, I think they want it done. At the most, I'll give them, or they might not win one game in the playoffs. I don't see them making it. And the Giants might sneak in there. And I'm interested to see what the Saints would do. The Saints have our offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, who won the Super Bowl with. Now he's the head coach of the Saints. I'm interested to see what they'll do this season. I'll see if they might sneak their way into the playoffs. But NFC is pretty much straightforward. And you got Detroit. Of course, Detroit Lions, they'll make the playoffs as well too. They have lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. They still have Dan Campbell, and I think now that they're healthy, they can make a great push for the playoffs as well in the playoffs. And I think we're going to have to face them. So I think we'll probably meet them in the NFC Championship game, or either the Rams. It's going to either be one of them two teams that we meet in the NFC Championship. I think the Commanders will make the playoffs. Like I said, I don't think they make it past the second round. I know they picked up Deebo Samuel over the summer, and Terry McLaurin just recently signed a big contract. They signed Terry McLaurin finally, but I still don't think they beat us or get in there. As a matter of fact, as far as the NFC East goes, I can see the Eagles winning the NFC East division again, back to back, being NFC East champions back again. Because only real competition that we really truly have is the Commanders and the NFC East. I know the Giants picked up Russell Wilson, they picked up Jackson Dart, but Giants gonna do what the Giants normally do. I mean, they may do okay, but I don't see them winning the NFC East. And I think it'll come down to us and the Commanders and the Cowboys. So I think they'd be the worst in the NFC East. I don't see the Cowboys doing anything, I think the Cowboys just shot themselves in the foot, like I said earlier, letting Michael Parsons go, trade him away. That's a bad move, but keep going, Jerry. We love Jerry. If you go on social media, you go to Instagram, X, TikTok, or Threads, you see everybody trolling Jerry Jones saying, hey, Jerry Jones is a great manager, great GM. We love it. Go Jerry. We love Jerry. Jerry stay active. I hope he stay active. Let Jerry Jones stay active. Let him stay active. Let him keep going. Good job. Good job, Jerry. Keep doing it. Keep making those big moves, man. Keep making those big moves. You're doing a great job out there. We love it. We love it for you. We love it for you. And on the AFC side, the usual, the Chiefs will be in the playoffs, the Ravens, and the Bills. And I'm interested to see what the Steelers do. The Steelers got Aaron Rodgers, so, can Aaron Rodgers stay healthy? If Aaron Rodgers stay healthy and DK Metcalf, they can get something going, they might make a good playoff push. And you got the Bengals, Burrow, as the defense is going to finally step up. The defense, I don't know what kind of moves they made this year on the defense. I know they signed Trey Henderson back, which is a great move, so that's a smart move. They signed him, they let him go nowhere else, so that's good. So if some more players can step up with him to help him out on defense, to help him carry some of the local defense, then maybe Burrow and them can get back and make a great push for the playoffs because the Bengals' offense has always been good. So I'm interested to see what they do. And the Chargers. And the Chargers look pretty good too. We'll see if Justin Herbert can finally live up to all the hype they've been trying to hype him behind. And to be honest, I really don't see the big hype behind Justin Herbert. I know he gets a lot of hype, but I think he's overrated personally because he hasn't really shown me anything. Because every time the playoffs, he has choked. Last season, last postseason in the playoffs, this dude throw 4 interceptions. His team need him. He threw 4 interceptions in the playoff game. That's not good. And this guy supposed to be elite. And that's the same guy they try to put over Jalen Hurts. I don't think he's better than Jalen Hurts. I know for a fact he's not. So we'll see this year. Does he live up to the hype finally, or he does much of the same? If you ask me, he probably does much of the same. But we'll see. But, the Chargers also got Najee Harris from the Steelers, so they got a great running back. So that can help them out. So maybe that was the missing piece. Maybe that can help Hubert out, give him more time in the pocket because we got a good running back that does open up the passing game. The run game open up the passing game. And not to take away from any quarterback. I mean, you still got to go out there and quarterback, but I think that's the problem with the Chargers, though. As far as them, that's going to be the story right there. Is Hubert going to live up to the hype finally? He's finally going to do something, make something, and not be just hype and just finally has a good game, in the postseason because of the season, he does great, but does good, but postseason, not so much. And is he going to reduce the turnovers this season? That's going to be the story for them. And the Jets, they got Justin Fields now, so that's going to be interesting to see. Not Justin Fields as a starter once again. So I'm interested to see how they work with him. He's in another team now because, with Chicago, he was a starter. And he struggled, because he didn't have a line and he really didn't have a number one receiver, but DJ Moore. Then they had Booty the next year and Judy. They still could do that because they didn't have a line. So it's going to be interesting that he's with the Jets now. He's with a different organization. So the Jets, offensive line, pretty good. And you might see what Justin Fields really made of, besides him running, maybe if he doesn't have to run for his life so much, maybe he can get back and sit back at the pocket and pass and show a bit of his arm strength and show how good he really is, though. But I'm interested to see what the Jets do. And I hope Justin Fields have a good season. I want to see what he does now that he's on a new team. Sometimes with quarterbacks, sometimes they might struggle a little bit in the beginning seasons. They struggle because they need to change the scenery in different organizations, and sometimes when they go to somewhere else differently and they run things a little differently. I think really maybe if the Jets got a good quarterback coach, a good offensive coordinator. They got the defensive coordinator from Detroit. I forget his name, but he's their head coach now. And if he can work with Justin Fields, maybe him and Justin Fields can work something out. Maybe he has a system that fits Justin Fields' style of play, and we see him blossom. Sometimes they change the scenery just to blossom. Personally, I think the Steelers should have kept Justin Fields. I don't think they should have let him walk, and they let Russell Wilson walk. But I don't know how you let that walk. I think Justin Fields should have still been a Steeler, but hey, he with the Jets now, and let's see what he does. As far as the Bills go, Josh Allen, we pretty much got the same team, so it's gonna be the year right here to see Josh Allen gonna either put up or shut up. Is he gonna finally take them to the promised land or not? Personally, I think, like I said earlier, I think it's either the Bills or the Ravens that face the Chiefs in the playoffs. One of them gonna knock the Chiefs out this year, so that's what it comes down to. That's the same question every season when it comes to the Bills or the Ravens. Can they get past Mahomes? So whoever gets Mahomes in the postseason and they get past him, then that might be like the team to come out of the AFC. And so that's curiosity right there. And of course, the Ravens got a new pickup with DeAndre Hopkins. So Lamar has a great team around him. He had a great team around him last season. So I'm definitely looking to see if the Ravens gonna actually do something this year. And this season right here should be the season Lamar gets to the Super Bowl. Is he gonna come out the AFC East? Is it gonna be the Ravens or the Bills? Come out the AFC. Lamar gonna have to do something this year. This is gonna be the season right here. Lamar makes it to the Super Bowl. If he doesn't, that's it. It's a wrap. It's the season to do it. It's the season for him to do it. Is he gonna make it? We shall see. This is the season for Lamar to make it. And he has to do it this season because I think if he missed the window this season, then that's a wrap because the Chiefs will come back. Before Andy Reid retire, pretty sure they're gonna let Chiefs get another Super Bowl for Andy Reid retire. You know how that go. And they ain't gonna stay down for too long. So right now, this season to do it. So this season we're gonna see somebody new come out of the AFC. I'm not sure it's gonna be the Ravens or the Bills, but I'm hoping it's the Ravens because I like to see the Ravens and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. And as far as going to NFC, we'll come out of NFC. I ain't trying to be biased. I probably ain't being biased when I say this, but I see us coming out again. Yeah, we miss some key players. Some key players left from the defense, but Roseman's a great GM. He made some great moves, and he know how to make great moves, and he still can make some great moves in the season. So you need to make adjustments in the season. Then he's gonna do what he need to do so the team can win. Despite missing some key players, Mr. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, Darius Slay, you can still have a very scary defense because they have young players with young talent who know how to play. And even with the new young players, Jahia Campbell, a great pickup, a great rookie. Ty Robinson from Nebraska, we have good defensive end. We have Adore Jackson, that's going to be the second outside corner. We got Quinyon Mitchell, who was a rookie standout last year. That should have probably won Defensive Rookie of the Year. And we're just going to show out this year. It's going to have a breakout season. We got Cooper DeJean. We got Sidney Brown coming back off injury. If Sidney Brown can stay healthy, he's starting as a safety, and he got Andrew McCouber backing him up. So, we also drafted Andrew McCouber from Texas. That's a great rookie, standout. Got an interception in the preseason game and returned it for a touchdown. So, I think he's ready to play. As a matter of fact, speaking of Andrew McCouber, he's basically what C.J. Gardner-Johnson was. He has the same style of play as C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So, he's a rookie. So, I love to see him. So, I'm sure Vic working with him. So, God forbid Sidney Brown gets hurt. He can step up and fill that gap. We got Reed Blankenship still. We still got Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis on the defensive line. And we got Zumo. We got Ujimo and Zuma from the Giants on the line as well. So we still got that defensive line. So Eagles defense still strong. I'm looking at the analyst reports. They're saying we get corner. We got Kelly Rigo. Rigo, I guess he's not doing too good. I mean, maybe not as a starter, but hopefully he can get it together this season. And maybe get it together later on the season. Maybe we need to get some more reps. Maybe he comes back out and does good this season. I'm hoping so, but the core position might be an issue, but I don't think so this year. So we'll see. Vic Fangio's a great defensive mind, great defensive coordinator. I'm sure he has something up his sleeve, and I know he knows how to move players around. And I think if a player is not good, they won't be there or they won't be playing. So he has a solution for the corner position. I think that's our weakness this year, supposed according to the analysts. They're saying we get corner, but with Quayon Mitchell on one side of the field, shutting down, if you watch him, also corner. I mean, in the day, if anything, I think it might end up putting Cooper DeJean on the outside corner. Let him play outside corner. If it comes down to it where, let's say, Adore Jackson can't handle it, but I think he will be able to. So it's going to be interesting to see. So I still think the Eagles had the best shot at winning the Super Bowl just on paper, because we had the highest paid offense in the NFL, and we still have all the players turning back from the offense from last year. Only difference is between the line, we got Fred Johnson back. The line, Landon Dixon, he's off injury. He's playing. So really, I just looked at the report earlier. Got a big for BSP. The only player that's going to be out tomorrow for us is Tanner McKee with his finger. So that's a backup quarterback. So we'll be fine. So we still got Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is ranked number one player, ranked top player in the NFL this year, the number one player ranked this year. So, Saquon, the run game is still strong. We got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. So, I don't see no reason why we still can't come out and win. We still got that best offense in the league. So, we also got Michi. We picked up Michi. So, now, Devontae Smith and him are back together. Jahan Dotson, we got him as well. So, we got probably arguably the best receiver room in the league right now. So, it's scary. So, really no problems on offense, Just got to see what the defense do, but I think they'd be fine because as long as we got Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis out there, still out there on that front defensive line, well, that's a problem. As many know, Jalen Carter himself is causing a lot of chaos. That dude had 19 pressures as a defensive tackle. That don't happen too much. So he's still there, and he was doing that while being double teamed. And the crazy part about it is the double team is man, and he still finds a way to get through and cause havoc at a lot of scrimmage. And then on top of that, now Jordan Davis probably get more snaps as well. But Jordan Davis has lost weight, so you got them two up there. So who you gonna double? They're a problem. So I'm kind of out yet. So hope people don't sleep on the defense. Still don't underestimate us. We might not have the same key players that was a big part of the defensive players last year, but we still got Zach Bond. He's still there. He's a big key player. Cooper DeJean, Quayon Mitchell. I said him earlier as well. I got Reed Blankenship, so it's like the Kobe Dean, he's still hurt, but we got Nolan Smith Jr., Jalen Hunt. We still got those players, so Nolan Smith Jr. is a great linebacker, so we still got him. And he was on the team last year, so pretty much it's just the rookies. So really pretty much got basically the same team, only a few new faces on defense, really. And maybe a few on offense, but not too many. Pretty much the same team, so still tough and still scary. Might be even scarier because we got Jahar Campbell. And they say he's playing great. He played great during the preseason. And he did great in the training camp, so he's ready to go. So I think he'll make an instant impact. So teams want to go sleep on our defense, say, oh, they ain't the same. Just sleep if you want to. We'll find out real quick. We're going to see. But that's pretty much my predictions for the NFL season. Any other team that I didn't mention, I don't think they really do too much. The Colts. But they still have a quarterback situation. Anthony Richardson. I'm not sure what they're going on with that situation, but if you got to step up and play, or I think they're gonna do much of the same. They probably won't do too much this season because I think they're trying to get probably a tank. Some people saying they might tank the season, or they're doing it on purpose because they want to get all the draft picks. They want to get that #1 draft pick. So I don't see the Colts making much of a noise. The Dolphins, they got Tua. They still got Tyreek Hill. Still got Waddle, but I don't see the Dolphins doing too much either. The Patriots, probably the same story for them. The Raiders might do something. Raiders might be okay, and also the Browns, with Shador Sanders with the Browns. So I'm curious to see if Shador will get the starter position, and I want to see him do good. So I hope he does a great season, as a rookie. I'd like to see what he do with the Browns and see if the Browns can do something this season. Shador is a rookie, so not gonna expect him to take them all the way to the promised land, but it'd be real surprising they make the playoffs. But I think he'll have a good season. I just want to see him do good. Maybe start pushing them in the right direction. But they're saying I think Joe Flacco is the starter, but hopefully Shador can get in there at some point of this season and take the reins. Joe Flacco is old, so hopefully learning from Flacco, and Flacco is showing us something. Hopefully Joe Flacco ain't being an asshole and showing him the ropes so he can take over the team. But I'm curious to see what the Browns will do and see if Shador gonna get in there and have a great season, have a great rookie season. But I love to see that, so we'll see. And that's pretty much my predictions. And any other team I ain't mentioned, I don't think they were doing anything. I don't think the Cardinals do too much either. They got Kyle Murray, but never heard much about the Cardinals. And of course, you got Green Bay. They picked up Michael Parsons, so that's a great pickup. I can see Green Bay being a contender, be a team that can give us some problems. And we had them on the schedule this season, so that could be a potential loss for the Eagles. Having Michael Parsons, that's a great look for them on defense. And the story with the Packers this season is Jordan Love going to stay efficient, stay consistent. He does good a couple of games, but then the next couple of games he sucks. So, can he stay consistent? Now, if Jordan Love don't stay consistent, then, that's going to be the story. And that's going to be the problem for the Packers. Can Jordan Love stay consistent? Personally, I think the backup, Malik Willis, might be better. So if Jordan Love can stay consistent and just play good for most of the season, not saying that a quarterback gonna have a perfect game every game, but if he can be consistent, have consistent good games throughout the season and the postseason, then the Packers can be some great contenders too, and it could be a problem. But much as with Detroit too, Detroit, they had the injuries last season, so they back off injuries. Most of their players back off injury. They should be healthy this year. They got Jared Goff. Jared Goff is a good quarterback, so we'll see if they can make a push too as well. And Chicago Bears got Caleb Williams. But this is his second year as a starter. I think they might improve a little bit. They may make the playoffs. They may slip in the playoffs as a wild card spot if they're lucky. But I still don't think they'll be contenders just yet. Not just yet, but I think we see a little different. I think we see them get a little better this season. And maybe 2 or 3 years from now, the Chicago Bears might be contenders, depending on how Caleb Williams play. And the Saints, I was saying, the Saints, Kellen Moore. So I'm interested to see how he pushes them in the right direction and see what they do with the offense, see how the offense reacts, and, of course, see what the defense do. Kellen Moore is an offensive man. He's not really a defensive minded coach. It's going to see what he does with them. So that's going to be interesting. And as I said before, I ain't speaking much for the Cowboys. I think they do the same. I don't think I think they missed the playoffs again. They just shot themselves in the foot, and as long as they gonna keep doing what they've been doing every year. That's one and done or missing the playoffs completely because the owner Jerry Jones doesn't want their team to be successful for some reason because apparently according to him he think he makes the best moves and a lot of moves be questionable and besides that press her all that money but you won't give your best linebacker all that money and you let Michael Parsons go. The guy that's been there, you let him go. So that's the cause of their downfall. So that's gonna be a huge problem. So don't expect much from them. Don't expect too much from the Giants. But they may surprise me. They might slip into a wild card spot. At the end of the day, it's just predictions. Anything can go wrong. Injuries. An injury happened, then you can switch. You can switch the whole trajectory of things. But pretty much, that's my predictions of the teams that I feel are gonna make some noise this year. And who knows? It might be a team I didn't mention that makes some noise. I didn't mention Tampa Bay. They got Baker Mayfield, but I was looking at the prediction earlier from one of the ESPN analysts, and they're saying Tampa Bay missed the playoffs. But who knows? You never know. You never can really tell. So it's just week one. So like the week four or six, we'll be able to tell like who's who. We'll really get a better understanding. And I come back and say, hey, maybe I got a different prediction. From what I said at the beginning of the season, but right now, that's the teams that I really see that's going. And I see the Eagles repeating again. It's not going to be easy, but I can see us repeating again. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be more challenging than last year because we have a tough schedule right now in the league. We're starting off with the Cowboys. That should be a win. Assuming that they go ahead and take care of business. And the biggest question is none of the starters played again in the preseason much again, but I think they'll be fine still. Even though none of the starters played in the preseason, I still think they might be fine because they did the same thing last year. Look, we won the Super Bowl, so I'm sure they got something. They had something going. I'm sure they had enough practice, enough rep that they come out fresh. So they might be a little rusty. Maybe the first couple of drives, but I think they get it together. So we'll see. And we got the Chiefs the second week. Really go back-to-back home games, which is interesting. Because this season we don't have no back-to-back home games. So in week 3, I think so Tampa Bay, they always have our numbers, so that could be a problem too. But it's gonna be an interesting season. I think it'll be a good season and looking forward to it. And like I said, hopefully my Eagles repeat again. And hopefully we get a new face at the AFC. Maybe be the Bills and the Ravens. Who knows? So with that being said, I'm out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe this video, share it with your friends. And if you got a different prediction of who will be the Super Bowl champion at the end of the season, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Just the brother Zoe, I'm out. Peace.